Unfortunately, that team across the field is a conference foe, and that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on last year's national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Will kick it away to start. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking to throw, it's Flagway. Here comes the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the...
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but what an opportunity here from the 23-yard line. Great place to start for this offense. Going with the ground game left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They'll run play action. Steps away to find some room. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him in the flat. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Buckeyes. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking downfield, it's Flagway. Fires to the tight end. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And, Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. We saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level. And with that, this program carrying it on their shoulders.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Turning it on. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And he puts through the extra point. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and he finished it with a scintillating 28-yarder to the house. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. On the ground, it's Peoples. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Motion from the wideout. They feed him again. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Oh, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Now on 3rd down after that run. Quarterback making adjustments. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. To the air, it's Sayin. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They brought the heat and they get him on the ground. And a fourth down sack stops this drive cold.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that takes some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass on second down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches, who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody.
Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
A long way to go on fourth and goal. He wants to throw it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He's in open space downfield. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Dropping back, it's Sayin. He wants to go deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
The offense changing the play. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete in the middle. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Smith. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. They'll give it to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. I wasn't sure that one was going to get there, but had just enough gas to make it over the crossbar. That'll bring him to within 4. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Hawkins. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on last year's national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Well, you don't see this every day. They're lining up for an onside kick on the opening kickoff. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. The give on the inside. Gets it past the marker. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Florida.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Guys, let's chat about Florida. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10. I'll tell you, when you get top 10, David, you get everybody's attention.
Yeah, you get everybody's attention, but I hope this team ain't just searching for a top 10. Like, I hope they're trying to be the best team in the country, and you hope the best is still to come for this squad.
The Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Gonna run it. It's Daniels. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. The inside handoff. Oh, he's got some space. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
At the 18. That's a first down for the offense.
Now inside the 20. 1st and 10 from the 18. out of the gun. The inside handoff looking for a crease. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
The run from the shotgun. Strong belief in this running game as he powers his way ahead and picks up 8. It's 4th and 1. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Quarterback keeps it. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
We're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, 4th down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive a ways. There's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent decision by the head coach.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And how about that? That's 2 really good plays in a row by this defense. They gave up a lot of yards to get down here, bowing their necks up. It's most important when you get in this area. 2nd and goal now, they get the big stop.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gators!
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. To the air on 1st down. He's got an open man. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
Hey, quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and you're, that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Caught in the backfield, it's Peoples. Oh, sweet feet. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. What a nice job getting rid of the football, not only avoiding the sack, but getting the nice gain.
And taking a shot, getting hit as he throws it, showing some toughness, but going through his progression, he couldn't find anybody open, finally went to his running back, got him the football, and he did the rest.
The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Here's the heat. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a gap. It's Peoples. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Quick handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the 1st down. To the air. It's Sayin. Looking to the big tight end. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
And the Buckeyes will try to convert on 4th down. Might be calling a hot route. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. The Gators sending the offense back to work. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
This is a designed run. Tough sliding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play four-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
Fires to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Gators will hustle to the line. Quarterback keeper. Breaks into the open. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Listen, the big hog mollies up front, the big offensive line pave the way for a big first down.
The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw, it's Flagway. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. Touchdown, Florida! A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Set to kick off.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. They'll line up for a second down play. On the run, it's Jackson. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Creates a little room. There he goes. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24 in this defense. His head is spinning. The Buckeyes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. To the ground with the back. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll leave it with him. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Big time touchdown there to get some much needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Running to Green. Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain. Now on first down from the 30. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, third and long coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Right down the middle. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But, maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense, a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
Back to throw, it's Lagway. Unloads to the right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Wants to throw on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
A run for the quarterback. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Gators in the hurry-up. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gators!
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Quarterback making checks. Back to throw. It's Sayed. He's got him. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly complete. Turning it on. Huge play there into plus territory. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
Nice job by the QB and receiver on this play in a 2-minute situation, knowing to work the boundary, get the first down, get the ball out of bounds. Great situational awareness.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Peoples. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. And he'll reach for a 53-yarder and have to guide it in with precision from the right side. Dead center perfect. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gators will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Might as well give it to him again.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They'll move the tight end. Find some fresh air. Got the first down and more. He's piled up 82 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5 plus. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Donaldson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out. First drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Wants to go up top on first down. With the catch, it's Wilson. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
To the air on first down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Back to pass. It's Lagway. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Caught near the sticks. It's Sturdivant. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Gators are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Quarterback now breaking the field. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Going for it all. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get...
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Looking for more room. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Florida.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Missouri is up big right now, and what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll remember in Columbia for some time. They're up 14 over Oklahoma. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
And how about that one? he'll be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives... Oh, he's got some space. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. He's got 98 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And he's got it at the 25. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Scanning the field, it's Flagway. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Pulls it in down the sideline. Off to the races. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Gators. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. From the gun, give on the inside. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back up.
He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it inside the 15. They get him down on the play, and this big-arm sophomore is not afraid to show off the gun. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Pocket breaking down. Working that left side now. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. To the air. It's Sayin. Unleashes to the end zone. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
You get down here in the red zone, you get close to the end zone, and you get goal-to-go situations, you've got to be physical, and I love teams that can run the football. They run the football, hand it to the running back. He does the rest, puts it in the end zone.
Here comes the two-point try. Out of the gun, looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the two as they draw a little closer. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the two. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hawkins. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Sending the offense back to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Send the tight end in motion. Got room to work. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Creates a little space. Brings into the open. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
First down for the offense.
And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback, but when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Got his man quickly. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
The Gators back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Play number 9 on this drive. The give out of the gun. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add that.
Third down, and these fans trying to make it impossible to communicate. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, Dan.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical, work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. It feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of...
There he goes! They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Sayin. Takes a hit as he fires. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
I know they were expected to win this game, and they're just about to finish it off, but there is something to be said for handling this type of pressure. Lets it fly deep downfield. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
25.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. first snap of the drive from the 25. To throw, it's Sayin. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Dances away. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And he hauls it in inside the 30. Touchdown, Buckeyes! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding, fellas, in a game of massive importance. Let's catch you up to speed. Missouri is just boat racing them right now, thanks to an offense that's putting up video game numbers. They're up by 22 over Oklahoma. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Dropping back, it's Lagway. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Abrams. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Wide receiver going in motion. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Gets it out quickly. Turning it on! Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to the air. Moving out of the pocket. He might have gotten way too greedy there. Held it too long and couldn't throw it away to avoid the loss. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Looking to get it in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Defense will use a timeout. 22 seconds remaining in the game. They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Touchdown Gators! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. Offense will use a timeout, 19 seconds left in the game.
And I like the decision to go for it. And I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, are they going to power it in? Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch, huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Touchdown, Florida! And the stomping has commenced.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And after this play, the cake will be baked. The give to the tailback. And after the short gain, that is going to put this one in the books. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrates